Bob, I just staged my home for sale, and I'm wondering if there's anything from a legal standpoint that I should be doing before I sell.
Well, yes, Jason, there are a few things you can do from a legal standpoint as you're so called legally staging your house, along with the staging of your house that you refer to. Of course, the staging that you refer to means the decluttering of your house, repairing things that are broken, cleaning windows, brightening up the place, and just getting ready for it to have a positive effect on the buyer, when they come into your property. What I'm talking about is the legal staging. Now, you have probably owned your property for 5, 10, 20 years, so you should probably make an effort to locate the papers that your attorney gave you when you closed, several years ago. Those papers probably include a deed. A deed says who owns the property, and the deed will list your name. Now, some of the things with names on deeds, names could change. You could become married, divorced. You could add people's names to the deed. You could subtract people's names to the deed. Some people who were on the deed may have passed away. Title companies require that all of these people whose names appeared or changed on the deed are somehow accounted or explained. So it's probably a good idea to look at your deed to see whose names are on it, make sure your name is on it, and be able to account for the people whose names are not on it. The other thing you might want to do is look at the certificate of occupancy. Certificate of occupancy tells you what type of a property you have, a 1, 2, 3, 4 family house. This is important. Many clients come in to me and I ask them, well, what kind of property do you have? And they say, well, I think I have a two family, but I only have 1 meter. Or I think it's a two family, but I only use it as a one. Or I started changing my property into a 3 family and I did some work, so I really don't know what it is at this point. So it's a pretty good idea to pull out your certificate of occupancy to see how it's listed with the buildings department. Another thing you might want to look at is the survey. A survey is the two-dimensional drawing of your property when you bought it. Over the years, you may have added to it. You may put it on an extension, a deck, a pool, or you may have subtracted from it. You may have knocked down a garage to make a bigger yard. All those things that were on the survey should still be there, and if they're not, they too should be able to be explained away. So that's pretty, and as well as obtain all the other papers that the attorney gave you when you purchased your house, just to look through it to see that you have some familiarity. So basically, a legal staging of your home probably involves finding those papers, looking at the deed, looking at the C of O, looking at the survey to make sure all the information that you're transmitting to your broker and to the buyers and to the buyer's attorney is all accurate so you don't get into any issues during the contract process.